Hi. Welcome. Oh, I was just sitting here waiting for the right minute, and then I got so relaxed that I almost forgot to come back on. But here we are. Yeah, I just kind of have a general sort of sweet feeling of celebration of going on this journey with you guys. Thanks for coming along. And as I always say, though, mostly about thank you for doing this for you or whatever you do to do true self-care of connecting with your presence, your body, and allowing your body to restore and realign and give it that space. It's really, really valuable, and it just can allow your body to tap into its own wisdom. We don't have to know everything that it needs to do. It oftentimes will just do what it will do can do to realign if we just get out of the mind, out of the way, and let it come back into harmony. Um, so I'm actually feeling it's really just kind of a real calm energy, and a lot of times there's a lot that wants to move, but I'm not feeling that. It's feeling like just a nice nurturing vibe today. So uh, let's just start with some really like gentle sitting up straight, noticing the spine is nice and elongated, like you're lifting, holding a string up from the top of your head, and you just sigh out gently. And as you do, you feel your body just completely melt like you're in a hot tub. All the shoulders and the arms and the legs, all the muscles just melt, melt, melt. And I even have to notice I want to just slump over too. But let's keep that spine straight and let everything just melt alongside of it. Like the spine is held up nice and straight with your core muscles holding up how they know how to do. And for me, imagining it kind of like what it would feel like if that were a tree trunk and all the roots were going into the ground. Your bottom and your legs are part of the bottom of that tree that goes into the earth, and it just knows how to hold us up, and it's got this nice strong posture to it, but it's natural. It's nothing where we have to really contrive the muscles into something and hurt ourselves. So feel that that beautiful tree that you are, and you let your face melt as you breathe, and you can do little sighs if there's stuff you want to release. Letting that area around your belly just open up like a nice big sphere as you let the air out. And when you breathe air in too, breathe into that big sphere into your lower belly that kind of almost feels like it expands outside of the belly. And if you're feeling like your breath is not doing the natural thing of expanding your belly when it comes in and deflating when the breath leaves, then try with your hands again on your waist, fingers towards your belly button, and thumbs around the edge of your waist. And let the palms like be weighted and just dead weight onto your belly so you can really feel the gravity allowing your belly to collapse when the air leaves. And how it naturally expands like a balloon when air comes in. Just feel how beautiful that is. Just a simple thing. What it does. It is life itself, right? Such a simple little thing, and here it is. Sending the oxygen all over the body. Do you feel it as life or maybe space or just kind of a buzz or a warmth? Or a softness that just comes in as you breathe into your body. And we're really, again, putting the attention into the belly, deep in the belly. And just enjoying how good it feels, what a relief it is to the body to just experience this kind of breath, this kind of quiet and relaxing in the nervous system. It's like, oh, thank you, thank you. And how cool it is that we can do this, even though it is lovely to be in a hot tub, but we can do this without being in a hot tub as well. Of course, I highly recommend that. Being in a hot tub, but what a cool thing that we can imagine our muscles, what they would be like in a hot tub and how they release. Everything just melts out of them. You can either keep your hands there if you're enjoying that feeling, the breath fill your hands around your belly, or if you want to let your arms feel even heavier at your sides, or excuse me, onto your knees. Noticing the breath, keep paying attention to deep in the belly. That's where you're bringing the breath. Just by putting your attention there. Enjoy it, whatever the breath feels like to you. It's feeling so sweet right now to me. Just a real sweet space to sit in. Uncomplicated. There's nothing to do here. Like joyfully nothing to do here. It's like, yep. Restoring and just enjoying that feeling of life. We go through, many people, many times in our lives, we can go through feeling so kind of numbed out. It's just a protective mechanism, right, of feeling things. But as you noticed on this journey, we really breathed into stuff and allowed it to move out, right? So you're feeling it, but you're not becoming it. Like you're not allowing the anxiety to become a thoughts. And sometimes that does happen, and that's okay. But the more you can breathe and be in your body and really feel that breath, feel that life in your body, that stuff can just move out a lot easier. You can get to a place where you just feel more and more life in your body and the joy, and there's such a beauty and like a quiet excitement of it that you start to crave less drama. Drama so often for people is just that desire to feel alive somehow when they don't. But feel this right now. This life, whatever feels like to you, buzzing, glowing in your belly or in your heart, if that's where you feel it more, really radiates more from the heart center in the sternum. But going into deep in our belly, we help ground ourselves into our body. We gain our own presence in, and then we know we just feel safe in our bodies. It's the safe space to be rather than numbing out from it or trying to escape from it. Right here, right at home within ourselves. What a beautiful gift to offer ourselves. It's just us. It's just not super common, so we're not used to hearing about it or hearing other people doing it or having done it much ourselves. It's so simple. It's shockingly simple, right? And it doesn't mean that we sit like this forever for the rest of our lives, I should say. But it's where we start to really connect, and then we take action from this place, from this really alive place, and we're not asking outside things to fulfill us. We feel this beauty, this life, from us, and then it becomes so much more fun to interact with other people. They don't need to give us some certain thing to feel okay. We're just feeling this peace, this safety, this kindness, whatever you're kind of needing at the moment. That presence can offer that to you. So let's now feel the breath Go through the nose and all the way down into the belly. Just notice how that air feels in the different places along that whole canal. And can we allow that canal to soften and soften so it gets wider? So it's not the physical canal so much anymore, right? Because know that structure is only so big. But now we're going to just imagine that space widening. I'm going to do some sighs out to help. I'll move anything that is along that path. I'm feeling stuff around the throat wanting to move. But the gentleness is feeling really nice. So let's just gently sigh it out or breathe. But the breath feels like this, like when you fog up a window. Or if you do yoga, I don't remember the name of that breath, but there's a kind of wide, steaming up the mirror kind of breath. We're letting still our arms, feel our shoulders feel heavy at our sides. Of course, if you want to use your arms to move, you can, but it feels kind of nice now to be just this melty, melty, melty. And we're just trying to let everything melt around that passageway between the mouth and the deep belly. So really like parallel to the spine and including the spine as we expand through it, right? Imagining this, that space just softening. We can't force it open. It's by removing tension that it expands. I'm feeling that sound just kind of glide down the back of that tunnel that we're imagining. So this is feeling like it's just going to be a little bit different of a breathing and relief, not as much of the regular stretching. But maybe if you wanna tone along with me, or if you just wanna receive it, it's kind of feeling like more of it would be a receiving for you and a breathing, just being in the body. We've done so much beautiful practice now of feeling into the body when we're breathing, and we've moved out a lot of things. And today, to celebrate and to kind of close out this session of 6, we're gonna just do this nice receptive thing, and I'm gonna tone a little bit. But will you imagine your attention circling around the neck? Yeah, let's do that first, then we'll change it. But imagine your attention making a circle around the neck, and I'm going to sing that way. But we're just bringing our attention into that space around the neck, if that makes sense. Soft breath through the nose. And if you don't feel like toning and you were looking for some another way to kind of add to the intention of or that directing it, is you can pretend your breath is drawing a line. Of course, with your attention, because the back of your head has no mouth on it. So, but is if that could be a way to kind of direct your attention around there too. But we're keeping our attention there. There's some stuff around the neck that wants to have a little bit of soothing, so we're going to bring that to it this way. Now you're going to draw a circle The other direction, switch directions. Nice. And now, woo, the lower back is saying it would like some singing, it seems like. Right along the spine, kind of behind the belly button along the spine, and going a little lower into like near the tailbone there, the background there. I'm going to just sing into that space and feel into it. And with your breath, just draw random lines, or if you just feel like kind of going up and down with your attention in that space. Just see what it feels like. Maybe this sounds ridiculous to you, but when you get out of the head, you start to feel things. So if you feel something otherwise, just kind of go up and down on this side a little bit with your attention, and then up and down on this side, on both sides of the spine, and then maybe a little along the spine as well. It's like your sound is a little marker and you're just drawing like doodles or whatever, just playing. It's completely just playful, but allow yourself to keep coming back. If the mind wanders a bit, come back and draw some more in that space with your attention. Now allow the feeling in that area, the softness, the presence that you've brought to just softly expand, like you're less loosening your grip around it, or kind of softening all the sandy walls around it, like, "Oh, okay, I can just let those down." You don't want to push through them. It's about softening, softening, softening the boundaries around where you feel that sound, and let it just feel. You don't have to make the sound, I will, but if you'd like to join, please do. But feel that if you want to breathe right into that spot, like you're imagining the breath just softly expand there. Softly, softly expand. You're just allowing whatever's kind of compressed in there to open and open and open, and just allow the spaciousness to come on in. So I'm going to sing in there, and you can either breathe or sing. But the biggest thing to do is put your attention right in the center of that part of the lower back there, wherever you're kind of drawn to bring your attention, or maybe where it feels a little difficult to do so. That's probably what needs it. And we're gonna let ourselves feel right into it, like we're just going right in there with the attention, and then everything around it we just soften the edges around it, and it starts to do like this. It just sort of softly ripples out and disintegrates and spreads out. Softening, softening. Like a big sphere, just softening and opening in all directions. Really opening to the back of the spine there. You're feeling it, the space grow and grow because you're softening the space around it. Let's breathe right in that space. And when you feel the breath out, let it let yourself feel it like poof out like that sphere that you've just created of space. Just softly expands. Very good. Let's give the spine a little bit of love. I'm going to sing through it if you just want to breathe through it, but you're putting your attention by in the spine, drawing up and down it while you're breathing. Both the in and out breath can draw along the spine. Maybe from top to bottom on the way in, and then bottom to the top of your head out as you breathe out. And let the breath really fully leave your body. Empty out. It helps you pull in a nice deep breath down, up and down the spine. I'm going to sing now. You can keep breathing or sing if you like. You're feeling that even if there's places where it kind of blips and it's hard to move through smoothly, by doing these kinds of things, we're just helping that communicate, like we're opening that communication passageway. I mean, the spine is that. And just in general, the feel of the body, the essence of the body itself, right? Feeling that open ability for things to move and be free and not stuck and tense in our bodies, right? That's exactly what it feels like when we get these tensions, right? It locks up. So stuff like this seems so simple, but so beautiful to really allow that communication, get things talking. Like I've mentioned it another time, I've been sort of fascinated with these little chiropractic videos and just seeing what happens to people and them talking about how, yeah, hasn't been communication here, and then I'm opening up something and all of a sudden communication again. And we're doing very similar things of opening, elongating that spine and bringing breath and stretches into it. And now actually I'm feeling like a nice neck stretch would be lovely. So let's elongate the spine as we know very well. Tilt a little bit, tuck that chin just a little bit. So you feel that spine really long. Enjoy that. Just notice how long your spine is and the space you're allowing, and you're not compressing the vertebrae together. And then when tilt a little bit to the side, keeping the shoulders down and heavy. Breathe into that neck space on the side. Attention is in that open space, allowing the arms to fall to the side. And this feels to me connected to some facial tension all the way up through the forehead. It's kind of pulling on connecting tissue. So I'm just allowing all that to noticing it with my attention and allowing it to really stretch and enjoy that feeling of open, open, open. I'm just going to swivel a little bit here to while I'm breathing. Breathing, feeling connected to the movement. They are married, they are dancing. Let the breath out carry out any tension, and the breath in let you feel that expansion. And the next time we breathe in, you can tilt your head back a little bit, and then when we breathe out, we're going to let the head roll down. And stop at the sternum so we can enjoy that long neck stretch. How beautiful. You're not giving yourself a complete hunch over here, but the back of your neck, of course, gets to roll over. You're letting the middle of your spine still stay nice and strong, like straight up and down like the tree trunk. And this will really help you elongate that stretch through the neck. Feel how beautiful that is to get in there. Oh, I want to sigh it out a little bit. Oh, right at the base of the neck there, along the spine. Let that enjoy that elongated spine there, that stretch. On the next breath in, let's go up the other way. Really feel every crinkle, every crunch, every stretch on the way up. That feels so great. I'm going to rock a little bit here, nice and slowly, whatever feels good. Bringing that breath into the open space of your neck, noticing, make sure your shoulder is still down. It's not coming up to your ear. Neither of them. They both get just falling. Okay, and the next breath in, we'll tilt back just a little bit and roll through this time, breathing out on the way down. Here we go, all the way through. Feel, enjoy that stretch. Take your time if you want. Breathe with your own movement. Let's go through a few times, matching it with your breath, the movement. Feel them meld. Are one thing. The breath and the movement are one thing. One more. Enjoying, melding the breath with the movement. And head up to center when you're finished. I just need to wiggle my toes a little bit and really ground in. We've been doing such this beautiful, spacious breath. Really ground this into our body and not get too, we get expanded. We want to make sure we keep that expansion grounded in the body so we don't get dizzy, lightheaded. So wiggling the toes, and then let's rub the tops of the legs. Just a nice, gentle massage with the breath with it. Like just the way you married the breath with your movement. Now it's like the breath is married to that movement of your hands massaging your thighs. You're feeling it. Just sort of bring life there and kind of helping to wake it up and thank it. I'm going to go all the way down through the calves and the knees. Give those knees some attention, breath while you move. Remember, keep matching the breath with the movement. That's the main goal of this whole practice. Then it just starts to naturally happen with your everyday movements. And again, I mentioned this before, but when we do a lot of the cleansing stuff, it's like a, oh, I do lots of big sighs. And of course, you're not necessarily meant to go through the day doing that. If you need to, do so. But this helps to clear you out and get connected, breath to movement, so that you can get to this really easy place of breathing. It'll be so, almost so quiet and so effortless, deep into the belly, but it's so effortless. But a lot of times we have a lot of tension and stuff in the way. So we do a lot of the big breaths and the sound to like, let's move it, let's help it to move out and to let our bodies feel that sense of not stuck, that sense of even just the tingling of life energy around, right? Like that's like, oh, it's not this, right? There's things are allowed to move through. And when stuff happens that before maybe would have kind of taken us out with anxiety, when we become more supple and in our body like this, that stuff can just pass on through so much easier. Someone I used to hold so tight, such tension, and someone told me so beautifully that things that are taut and kind of tense like this break easier, right? We can actually physically hurt ourselves more, but like uh, we're less flexible. We think it's a protective mechanism, right? But it actually makes us more fragile to tense up like that. It breaks. So that suppleness and allowing not only those physical things, but whatever comes up, it can move through. We're not meant to hold emotions in our body. They are, just kind of information. You can take the information and then, oh, I see it, and let it go. Right? We holding that stuff just creates tension. So that's why we do all these things of really feeling into the body and allow it, and doing things that want to move stuff out and help us to feel that movement, that kind of life flowing through the breath and the blood, right? Flowing through our body. It's all meant to flow and be supple. And you can carry that into whatever you do. If you like to do really physical exercise, play around with really bringing a nice deep breath like this into those practices, whatever it is you like to do. Or when you're walking, especially if you're feeling like, whoa, I'm carrying some stress, go on a little quieter street and like just be that person that nobody else is, but you're the one taking care of yourself. Like let it out. Let yourself move it with the movement of your body while you're walking. It really will do wonders. Okay, so the tops of the thighs a little bit more. That feels so good. Put the breath right in there in the tops of the thighs, or if you're sitting in a way that you can rub on the sides and below too, go for it. And the knees can carry so much, almost like sparks of energy, the way I feel it sometimes. So give them some nice love. It's just like, I see you. I acknowledge you as part of my body. Thank you for what you do. These things just kind of get forgotten about. I'm going to rub, if you're sitting on a chair, maybe put your foot up onto your other knee. And let's just give our foot a little nice rub. And can you match the breath with the rub? Like the same speed. Give those toes a little love. Stretch, like pull one toe at a time. Elongated, so that you're giving a little length to the toes. They get kind of crammed in those shoes, right? Along the pads of the feet, and then a nice rub through the bridge. And while you're here, let's do a nice fold over. That would feel really good. So your spine is elongated, and when we're bending over, we're going to be real careful with the back, so we're not putting any pressure on it. On the way up, we will roll up, but on the way down, let's have our cores engaged. We got the tree trunk engaged, and we're going to bend at the waist. And then when you get a little farther and you really are supported, and with your hands on your leg, you can start to curl over, and however far you feel comfortable with your hands supporting, so that your back isn't doing the heavy lifting of this. Breath in, and then when we're breathing out, we start to go over, holding, so making sure our back is protected, and then you can start to curl over when you feel like you really got it supported and you're not putting any strain on your lower back, but allowing yourself to feel that elongation of the spine. I'm just lifting my head up so you can hear me better, but keep letting your head drop. And if you want to drop your arms to the sides, or if that hurts your back, you need the arms for support, do that. Whatever feels best. But if you're still holding with your arms, at least let your neck and your head drop and feel that. And let your face drain all that it's holding out. Absolutely nothing to hold. Relax, relax the muscles. They're melting, they're melting. All is just released. One nice breath here. Feel it along your spine. And then let's roll up one vertebrae at a time. So you pull your tummy button back into your spine and you roll up while you're holding that one vertebrae at a time. And you feel that lovely. And help yourself put that foot down with their arms. And then let's do the other. Lift the other foot onto the knee. Again, a little foot rub while you're breathing. Tops of the feet, they get so often forgotten. Bottom of the feet, rub those pads of the feet, and then in the bridge with the flat part, like in a flat way of your hand, that feels so nice. Your tension is in your foot, and then do the little stretch where you go across your toe and pulling them each out so they get elongated and feel an individual attention and stretch. Rubbing along the calf and the knee. Thank you, leg. Breathing in there, putting your attention in that part of the body. And now we find ourselves again with our core engaged. So we're going to start curling over this leg again. Just be kind to your back, whatever you need to do. Just starting with the straight bend over on the breath out. And if you get to a point where you can kind of curl over, however much you can, do so. Arms either dropped, or if they're supporting your back, keep them on the upper leg. Feel that breath go through the spine and the neck. So nice. And put attention to behind on the bottom of that. It's really the side of your leg, your thigh. I guess that now is like the bottom with the way it's turned, but that gets a nice stretch as well. Let the breath really massage and slide on through that spine. And on the next breath out, let's roll up, engaging your core. Putting your foot back down. The shoulders seem like they want a little bit of attention too. I'm going to bend my elbows and roll back, breathing in as I pull up and out as I go down. And when you really enjoy the openness of your sternum, the front of your rib cage, feel how expanded that feels. How much space you're giving the heart and the lungs. Coordinate the breath with the movement. Opening up that heart space, that center of the rib cage. Open. It's just soft and open there while we do this. Nice and easy, like a slow dance with our arms, like we're almost ballerinas or birds or something really lovely. It just feels harmonious. The breath and the body are united here. They're just dancing. Feeling the breath go right into the center of the heart space. Right. Not the actual physical heart, but we call that in yoga, they call it the heart center or heart chakra in the middle of the sternum, the middle of your lungs. Right in there, your attention is, and you feel that wide openness around it. One more. I love this one so much. This is so great for allowing yourself to feel like you can take up space in the world. Let's just stay in that a little bit and breathe into it with the arms wide open. You're just letting that space, that heart space, feel expanded and soft and open. And it is safe to do so because this is all you. There's no outside thing you have to worry about. Oh, what's going to happen if I open this up like this? Your own presence is your safe space. Such a beautiful thing. And the more presence you breathe in, the more you just feel safe to the point that you don't even feel the difference of like, or you don't even understand the word safe anymore in a way. It just is how you are. You just are this eternal, yep, I'm just okay. I live forever. This can't be destroyed. It's life itself. Let it feel that expansion, really even more. Just soften around it. Does it feel like it can expand out into the whole room you're in? That spaciousness coming from your heart. It's really soft and just open, filling up the whole room. If you want to expand into the whole town, do you feel that? Just like, it's just your imagination, like, no pushing. Pushing doesn't work. Breathe really gently into the heart space. I'm going to put the arms down and just do a little bit to roll the shoulders the other way. But even though we're kind of coming in towards the heart, can we still feel that openness of energy in the heart space? And just let your shoulders just slowly move around the other way so that you have now switched directions. Get in all those tissues that are tight and those. And now, if you just want to breathe, or whatever you feel, this is a really nice thing to do, to just stop. And if you feel what you want to do, feel your body right now. Just kind of check in around and see all that space you've created, all that softness, again, however you feel it. But if there's any space or any place that would really like a little stretch with the breath, just do that right now. So it's you feeling your body. What is it saying? And that could be just enjoy, sit and breathe and enjoy this. Noticing how delicious your breath feels, like just there's sweetness to it. It's just like, oh, that's so nice. Just feeling that sometimes we've accidentally sort of stumbled upon in our lives, this kind of peace. But we can actually stumble upon it more and more frequently, becoming more of our norm, actually. I'm feeling like my right shoulder wants to stretch. But again, this is your time to really feel into you. So important that you're feeling what your body is saying. But whatever it is, bring the breath there. And if you're not moving, bring the breath into the heart Or if you want to bring it into the lower belly with your attention, like, of course, the breath goes deep into the body either way, but your attention either in your heart or your deep in your sacrum, in your belly. Thank you so much for taking this really sweet journey with me. Each session was different, as you've noticed, and that has to do with whatever each of us is kind of experiencing at the moment and what is ready to be released. And today had a very different feel to it. Really beautiful, though, to share in this with you. Thank you so much for bringing your presence here and co-creating this with me. I would love to hear if you have any feedback you want to share, things that might be helpful to hear, or things you really appreciated. All that stuff would be lovely. This is the first time I've done a virtual version of this, so I'm all ears. And also let me know too if you want to do it again. Um, I have next month I could do this. The next month after that, I have a schedule change, and I would still be able to do it, but change the time of it maybe. So yeah, let me know. If not, if you wanna break from it, that's fine, but let me know and I'll get it set up that I make sure we do it, right away again next month. But there, of course, will be again I'll be doing lots of different things. You can always check out my site, anyamsong.com, anyahM.com or song.com, and see the different things. I have personal sessions, individual sessions, and I'm going to be starting some other new things and some live streams here and there too. Because for this kind of thing, especially with the toning, it's a bit difficult to do little clips of it because it's such a journey, as you've noticed, right? Like throughout the whole thing, we kind of keep expanding upon what and you sort of set the tone at the beginning and prepare yourself for the experience. So I'll be doing some live streams, so you can look out for those too, that I often talk about on my regular Facebook page, just Nancy Harms. But again, thanks, and let me know if you have questions and feedback and comments. And please take care out there. Thanks so much again for joining me on this really beautiful journey. I've enjoyed it. Bye bye.